So we're on Highway 79, 6.5 miles out of Warner Hot Springs, and these are the first real wildflowers we've encountered on this trip. And we've been on the road for about 100 miles.
We're up high here. It's about 3,000 feet elevation.
You heard her.
But it is pretty. About 10 miles out of Anza Borrego Desert. It's about 4 o'clock. As soon as we crest this road, you will see the Anza Borrego Desert, and beyond that, the Salton Sea. The next 8 miles are pretty twisty and turny and all downhill. We're going down into the desert from about 3,000 feet. So we're about 8.8 miles out of Borrego Springs, according to the GPS. And that's the road we're going to be taking. It's lots of switchbacks. Here's our driver. Hello there.
Yes. Henderson Canyon runs there. This is Henderson Canyon Road. You notice these two sort of floral representations. Every year, if there are movements.
After 600 yards, turn right. right.
So here we are on our second floor balcony at about 6:30, and it's about 80 degrees, and we're having our gourmet delight al fresco meal with wine and beer and flame broiler.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Is accretion matter, just stuff that got rubbed off the ocean plates. But then as it's diving under, it rubs, these are continents rubbing against each other. And so that intense pressure rubs up little blisters of called plutons of magmatic material, right? Of molten rock. So
That's like 4 or 5 years ago, we went up to this place with my lived up in Cambria,
yeah.
and we went to the Greece and plains to look at the wildflowers.
Right.
And they had a dry lake bed there, but there was a lot of water in here that we went up there, so we got a fair amount of rain. It was just crazy.
Oh, well, Cambria is so nice. I love that area. It's kind of an area I really considered moving to before. A dark purple indigo flower that is just spectacular. And it's so tiny that you don't see it from a distance, but when you look at it really close, to see something with that deep emeraldy, purpley color is really something. And so I was always talking about how whenever a society develops religion and gets to the point where they're picking a special color for, nobody except for the royals are allowed to use it, and they always go for this purple, and blah, blah, blah. And, well, they don't get purple dye out of it, they get a yellow dye out of the indigo bush, so I don't know why they call it indigo. There's another aster. Ooh, that one might have had some blossoms on it. Had that one class I used to substitute teach in San Bernardino. Very tough area. Kind of a thing, and all. There's the off-road vehicle park down there. It's all open to drive willy-nilly. But here, keep it clean on. I'm going to that curve, see if it's got any of this little nodule things. Okay. And so he says, "Huh?" And he jumps out and he takes his shovel and he scrapes it all off to get it back to zero, and waits, and there happened to be a little bit of rain happening and everything, so he comes back out and goes down the same trail. Shadows and the bumps at this time of day.
Yeah,
it's so hot. So yeah. For the whole, from Palm Springs all the way down to the tip of Baja, and it's always just munging and changing, and there's been like at least a half a dozen different reconfigurations of what the Salton Sea is now, kind of a thing, depending on how it all is munged. And so then that is the Inspiration Mountain, that little knob thing down there. That's about 55 miles away, and it's about another 20 miles to the Mexico border from there.
Wow.
Carbonates now living down here.
I can remember when I was a kid in junior high, I had visions of being a geologist. And,
Geology is so fun. It's
yeah.
the earth, you know, you're connected to it so close. The trees are?
Yep.
And it's right there.
Huh.
What time is it? Do you know? I can't read my watch.
It's 5 to 2.
Okay. Be a little bit. I leave it on that because the kids at school love it so much. Yeah. So all these is rising up, and then it was all the way out that way, and then it's just being nibbled back by the erosion there. That's what all that erosion is. And so like that little short little thing just sticking out there and over there, those are freshwater reefs actually out there. What do you call it? Oyster reefs out there. You want to see if you can read that one again? Yeah, right in here it'll go good, and if we ramp around that, since we're kind of moving along, and, you know, we haven't found any flowers or anything to hang around and look at, I'll go down Fault Wash for a short distance and then come back, just because it's a pretty cool little spot. We've got a few extra minutes in the day. This is pretty cool here.
Yeah.
So you see like the silvery shimmer kind of in there on it?
Yeah.
And that's actually just on the little, because you know, the way that escarpment stuff forms, and it does like even on the Grand Canyon, is because of the, you know, it's a harder material that, and then the softer stuff just melts underneath, so it doesn't have a tapered edge, it just falls straight like that. But then on those little shelving there, it's just the sand and all that. I did. I'm gonna go back for it if I can. I did miss it. These are two little mud caves right here. Just the Fault Wash in that there. So you have this one here and that one there. I'm going to do a U-turn here to get a better angle. And the way a mud cave like this forms is the moisture, and you can see how there's like a bowl above that one, and all the moisture just goes through. And so this is just a little conch right there, really kind of big. Whereas that one,
That's a big one?
yeah, that goes in about 60 foot.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 50, 60 foot, 40, 50, 60 foot, something like that. Last year. And with that August flash flood, the flash flood, it was hot. So this, and so his little kid's his youngest is 14, and so they decide to come out to the desert here. Okay. Much more of a desert drive. I thought you'd like to go over that one. Yeah, we got to do any desert driving. We'll just go down at a short distance and have to do a flip about, come back.